In this video, I'm going to be building the ultimate concrete farm. This thing is going to be fat as hell. It's going to have a gravity block duper, a concrete converter, mega storage, obsidian mining, and a super smelter. All total, it took 18,686 blocks to build, and it gets me about 72,000 concrete per hour. I'm also building an insane early game trap house at the world spawn. This build is an absolute banger. It's a giant compass centered on 0, in my world, and I packed like 11 different farms and features into it. And it's really just going to serve as my base of operations while I'm still pimping out the early game. Now that you guys are up to speed, let's get this first episode popping. So to start the series off, we have to do the stereotypical YouTuber thing and write out our names, start the world, go punch the tree. You know, classic Minecraft YouTuber professional type things. Yeah, at this point I still had my Steve skin on because I hadn't even learned how to do that yet. A little background about me: I started playing on Bedrock Edition about 3 years ago. So when I first started playing this, I went out and got a laptop, and I came home and I started working on my hardcore series immediately. And I didn't know how to do Java skins, I didn't know how to download mods, I didn't know how to do anything. I've never edited a video before, I've never been on YouTube, so I had to just kind of go through this process of learning and getting full diamond with just getting villagers, which is, I used to do that in Bedrock too. There's my iron farm burning in the background. So, I kind of got into the whole process, and I started moving along. At this point in the world, I decided I wanted to go get some totems. I found this awesome hill. I'm definitely going to go there and do something one day. This was probably the scariest thing that ever happened to me in this world. I fell off a cliff. This is me getting to the outpost. Once I got here, you're pretty much unstoppable once you get that bad omen. You go get the raid started, get a couple totems on you, and then you're just building after that. So this is when I got to my first village. This is pretty interesting because at this point I was wearing full diamond armor with full diamond weapons, and I got my first diamond in a chest in this village. These men are absolutely sweating right now. They are terrified. I built some big old beefy boys to help me out with the fight. They just casually yeet the boys into the air while I eat pumpkin pie. Had to save my homies, so I put some dirt on the door. This is the second time I almost kicked the bucket in this world. I don't know what possessed me to try to fight this guy with a bow, but that's what I did. I found this guy chilling in a little room. The big boys are putting in work over here and yeeting witches all over the place. And so now that we're getting a little further in the raid, you start to see the totems falling everywhere. Like I said, once you got some totems, you're pretty much overpowered from there. So I started double fisting my totems, and then I went home and I moonwalked around my base just to gloat. Once I had done enough gloating, I decided to go beat the Ender Dragon. So, it was pretty uneventful, as fighting the dragon tends to be. I ended up falling about 7 levels short of nice, and then I went to go get some wings. Grabbing this elytra was one of the last things I had to do before I could finally consider myself OP. I will be getting netherite soon, but not quite yet, as I had a couple more things to do. I decided to go back home with my new wings and my new dragon head and my new baby dragon in an egg, and I decided that I needed to mine. So I went out behind my villager breeder and I dug a pretty sick water tunnel all the way down to negative something, right at the deep slate level. And I built a little slime farm. It didn't work. It was a big failure. You can see it right there. It's just sitting there reminding me of failure, but it's okay. I had to build a different slime farm, and that one did work. But yeah, I built this sweet little cave, it's pretty cute, and I found out that there's an ancient city underneath it, so, maybe one day when I do have that netherite and a few more other things, I might come back down here and try them out. But that won't happen for a while. So on my way back up this water tube, I'm starting to realize that I cannot live in a village forever, and that I need to eventually start working on a base or some kind of smaller structure, because I want my mega base to be insanely large, and I just don't have the infrastructure in this world for that right now. So let's go back to 0 and build a base. Let me show you guys around the early game trap house. Once the trap house was finished, I gathered the rest of the materials to build the ultimate concrete farm in the end, and I went ahead and knocked out getting full netherite while I was at it. The only thing left to do was head to the end dimension to build the most ultimate concrete farm that hardcore Minecraft has ever seen. I gotta say, guys, I love this build. If you have any ideas for what I can put up here in the top level of it, please let me know. I got some ideas, but I'm not sure. Please be on the lookout for episode 2, where I'm going to be building the ultimate mega storage. And thank you guys so much for watching if you're still with me. This has been Blue Baloo with episode 1.